Hey, it's Maritza, and I'm very excited to bring you this story that I love from the Zen tradition, and I call this story The Soybeans. And it's about an old man whose wife was on her deathbed, and they had lived together a wonderful, full, decades-long marriage. And she became full of fear of the unknown, of leaving him alone, and she begged him, while she was feeling this fear, to not go with another woman after she passed away. And a few months later, his wife died. And he was distraught for a long time. He was grief-stricken. He mourned her. He missed her. And eventually, this man found somebody else, found somebody who gave him love, companionship. And he began having a friendship relationship with her. And all of a sudden, he began being haunted by his first wife's ghost. And this ghost would come to him at night, and the ghost would describe in minute detail the conversations that this man had with his new female friend. The ghost would repeat details, what he had given his new female friend, little presents, and the man became tormented by the ghost. He really wanted to pursue this relationship with this new, wonderful, loving woman. But the ghost tortured him and would not let him. And the man thought, this ghost must be real. How else could she know so much about me and my friend and what we're doing and what we're talking about? Nobody's around. How could this ghost know so much? So desperate, he went to visit a really old, really wise, extremely talented Zen master. And he told the Zen master this story. And the old master suggested, take a handful of soybeans the next time this ghost comes to you, and demand that the ghost of your wife answer this question: exactly how many soybeans am I holding in my hand? So that night, when the ghost appeared, as she did every single night to torture this man, he confronted her with the question the Zen master had told him to ask. How many beans am I holding in my hand? As soon as the man asked this question, the ghost disappeared, never answering, never returning to torture him again. The fact is, the ghost did not know the answer. And that's because the man himself did not know how many soybeans he was holding in his hand. The ghost was an illusion. And this story tells us that we can also become convinced of the reality of the things we've created in our minds. In this story, the ghost was simply a reflection of the man's own attachments, his self-created feelings of guilt. And this is what we do to ourselves. We also become convinced of the reality of the things we've created in our own minds. So next time you have something that's torturing you in the middle of the night, guilt, remember the story of the soybean.